Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today is Friday, October 17th, 2025. I literally just wanted to say August. August 17th. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube or not, totally up to you. Take what resonates, read the rest. It's in the description box. My link tree is in there, my email is in there. We're going to use Intuitive City Oracle, Rob Barthelman. I actually wasn't really feeling any of the cards, so I just kind of like opened the drawer and pulled two out. So the collective is uploading right now. We got one on the table. Oh, okay. This is interesting. We got three on the table. We've got a major in reverse. We got five on the table. Wait, which one came out? Well, I guess that one. I guess it doesn't matter. We got five on the table. One major in reverse. Let's do two more shuffles. Bottom of the deck right now is Two of Cups. You know, what's funny is I did a reading on myself this morning when I was at lunch. You can't eat lunch at lunch because lunch is at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, we got six on the table now. One major in reverse. I did a reading on myself and I got the Two of Cups this morning. One more shuffle, last shuffle, last shuffle. Seven on the table, one major in reverse. Oh, what the hell? Eight on the table, one major in reverse. We've got the Five of Wands. For some reason, I wanted to say file. I just heard file. Six of Cups. We've got the Emperor in reverse. We got the Ten of Swords. We got the Four of Pentacles. We got the King of Cups. We got the Four of Swords. And bottom of the deck, we've got Nine of Swords. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Yeah, we have the Emperor. Yeah, we have the King of Cups. Okay, so I don't, so okay, so I'm gonna say this. This is quote unquote an Emperor in reverse's energy, okay? But this is also someone else's energy. So like if you dealt with an Emperor in reverse, this is their energy and this is your energy. If I dealt with an Emperor in reverse, this is their energy and this is my energy. And here's why. First of all, their energy, right? This Emperor in reverse. Whoever this person is, oh, this is someone that lives karmic, toxic, a very chaotic life, honestly. the funny thing is with the Two of Cups and the Four of Swords, Rob Barthelman put on their balanced heart, solitude. This Emperor in reverse, they know their heart. Like, they know who they are. They know what they want, right? They're not in the upright. Like, this is somebody that lives their life like crazy, right? Like, I mean, it could, I'm just going to give you an example. I'm just going to give you examples. Like, they like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, right? Like, they like to drink, they like to party, they like to gamble, they stay out late at night, you know, that kind of thing. It's very much the energy it's giving off. The thing is whoever they are, like, they like themselves like that. Like, they're happy that way. They consider themselves balanced. Like, that's how they want to be. It does them good to acknowledge themselves for who they are and stand in that energy, stand their ground, stand on business. Like, this is who I am. Leave it or take it. Or take it or leave it. Leave it or take it. Take it or leave it. This person tends to not get along with a lot of people. Like, they might not have a lot of close friends. And the Six of Cups card, like, this has been their way of life for a long time. With this nostalgia, right? Rob Barthelman put on their nostalgia. Like, this person looks back on their life and they're like, well, I've been living like this for 40 years, Like, I've been a bachelor or I mean, it could be a woman, right? A feminine. I've been a bachelor or a bachelorette for a long time, I don't know why I put in the twain there. And I mean, this person is often overloaded, overstimulated. Like, they like the way they live, but they're often in their head. They get fucked up and they don't know what's going on. Like, you get into that headspace. It's like, I'm going to use this as an example. Chelsea Handler, if you know Chelsea Handler, she used to have the show on Netflix. I, did she have a show on YouTube? I can't remember how she started, y'all. But I used to watch her when she was on Netflix, and she's on TikTok. I watch her on there. She's on Instagram. I watch her on Instagram. Maybe she's not on TikTok. I thought she was, but I don't know. I know I just saw her on Instagram yesterday or today. Here's the thing. She once talked about how she went somewhere to do ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is like a hallucinogenic drug, and it's supposed to do one of two things. Either it could make you violently ill, or it could give you like epiphany, right? Like, you take it and you just, like, you figure out the meaning of life, right? Like, you talk to God, right? That kind of thing. Like, you supposedly get like really high. Hopefully I'm allowed to say that. The thing is it's like, how, like, sometimes when people get high, they bounce off the walls, and sometimes they get depressed, sometimes they get sad, like, sometimes they get melancholy. I think it depends on the person, but like, this would be like this person, like, getting drunk, getting high, and eventually, depending on how long they've been going for, how much they've consumed, like, they're just like in a depressive state, a thought state, like, constantly thinking about the past, constantly memories, like I said, they don't get along. They didn't get along with people. They don't get along with people. Like, thinking about that. It's like, getting high or getting drunk and thinking about all the negative in your life. And you just, like, whoever this person is, very materialistic. Okay. Very materialistic. Now, the other person, you or the other person, right? You dealing with an Emperor in reverse, somebody dealing with an Emperor in reverse, realizing with the Five of Wands, the Six of Cups, looking back on the past and realizing they didn't have a lot in common with this Emperor in reverse. Feeling like that relationship, that connection, that situation was just too much. It was just too much to handle. Realizing that with the Four of Pentacles, that person is very materialistic. Maybe it made them feel materialistic. Maybe they didn't like that way of life. Or maybe it made them see that in themselves and realize that they didn't like that. And it, when I say materialist, like, it doesn't necessarily have to mean like buying stuff. It's really, when you think about being materialistic, it's very much just an obsession of like being the best, being the most popular, keeping up with the Joneses, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to mean like you go out and buy stuff. It could just be you like portraying yourself in a specific manner when that's not really who you are. But you want to look that way to others. That's very materialistic. It's low vibe. Whoever this person is, though, this with the King of Cups, this is someone that's balanced. And again, they know who they are. They know what they want, right? Like, this is not it. This is someone that can be alone. They don't need to be surrounded by friends. They don't need to be surrounded. They don't need to go to parties every night. They do not need to get drunk every night, do drugs every night, all that kind of stuff. Like, this is someone that's very happy on their own. Very happy on their own. This is someone with the Nine of Swords. They debate. That was my alarm for my food. They debate with themselves a lot about their behaviors and their actions, you know? So like me being celibate, right? Like, do I stay celibate? How long am I going to stay celibate? Should I date? Should I sleep with someone? Should I not? Like, what is the effect going to be on me, on them? Like, would anybody date a celibate woman? You know, it's kind of like someone getting in their head and asking a lot of questions of themselves on their own behavior. It gives enlightened, but somebody definitely maybe like overthinking. Definitely two different energies here, but definitely there was some type of connection. They knew each other in some type of way. Because one's a little more positive, one's negative. And here's the thing, right? This Emperor in reverse, like, if they're happy, I've said this before, y'all. If someone is happy being karmic, toxic, living this kind of lifestyle, then let them. That's what they want. Let them. Don't try and change them. Don't try and fix them. Let them. Let them all day. If they think this is so great, then let them live like that. You know? You have your own life. They have theirs. It's kind of funny because I'm just going to say it. It very much resonates for me. The Emperor in reverse energy reminds me of the guy that I was seeing for 2 months when I was going through my separation, the guy that my ex-best friend set me up with, that I'm pretty sure she was hooking up with. That's who this Emperor in reverse reminds me of. Because he led a very, well, in my opinion, I'm sure there's stuff I don't know, but to me, he led a very, like, party kind of lifestyle, you know? Like, he wasn't looking for anything serious. And even though when you look at me as this person, right, but not as the emperor, yes, I was hanging out with him. Yes, I was sleeping with him, but I was slightly more balanced. And again, this is the man that I believed was my twin flame. So when I came out of this relationship and I started healing myself, part of that negative energy that this emperor in reverse, my ex, exhibited is what drove me to be a better person, is what drove me to be different, is what drove me to heal, because I didn't want to be like that. Now, this person is perfectly content being how they are. And like I said, that totally reminds me of the ex, of the guy that I saw for 2 months. Because he was perfectly happy the way he was. That's fine. It just means a relationship wasn't meant to be, right? And like I said, I believe he was my twin flame. He triggered me to heal. I was supposed to trigger him to heal. That didn't happen. It didn't happen. He wasn't ready. But he sure triggered me. And I'm thankful for that all the time. Just like the ex-best friend triggered me to heal. Thankful, grateful. One of the best things I ever did in my life, right? Possibly the best thing I ever did in my life. Yeah, my alarm keeps going off. I could have sworn I had a few more minutes. Whoever this empress and emperor or empress, I mean empress, take how it resonates. This emperor in reverse is upside down in the card. They feel like that a lot of the times. Like maybe they don't make enough money or they call off from work a lot and then they get their paycheck and they're like, what the fuck, I have no money, right? Like this person often feels like they're not stable. I feel like they're used to living like that though. Like they're used to living like that, so they're okay with it. Like they adapt to the energy. It becomes them and now like they're okay with it. Which is kind of sad, honestly. All right. I think I'm going to let you go. I think the purpose of this reading, okay, is you if you're the positive person, right? You might not have realized that this person is happy exactly as they are or is exactly as you knew them, okay? To me that's the purpose of this read. Because whoever you are, if you're the positive person, like I'm the positive person, like I already know my energy, you know? But to see this, and I already kind of knew his energy, so like that's why I say like it resonates because it reminds me of him. So it might resonate for you too, it might not, or it might lead you to think of somebody and then realize like, oh, so and so, they actually like living like that. That good thing we broke up. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of gives the energy of knowledge, enlightenment, right? Further knowledge, further enlightenment of a person that you might have had a question about. All right. Again, I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained. I'll talk to you later.